So here's a topic I didn't think that I would actually be having on the channel. And if you're wondering why I'm just holding my microphone, is because I have zero clue where my bolts are for the stand. I would have it on the stand, but I don't know where my bolts are. I'm going to go to a hardware store and find new bolts. Hopefully that works. Anyways, the point of this video is I wanted to discuss something that I noticed on the Kindle subreddit. And if you are a reader, you might know what I'm talking about. And if you pay attention to tech news or anything related to e-readers, you would have heard that Amazon removed the ability to transfer via USB. Now, all that means, simplest terms, is that you can download your Kindle books to your computer and then via USB transfer them over to another device. Considering most e-readers, especially Kindle e-readers, you can just Wi-Fi transfer books. You're probably like, oh, I don't know what this means. Like, why would you need that feature? And also, who's using that feature? People that have an e-reader that's not Kindle. That's why. Now, when you do download the books, they are in a format specifically designed for Amazon. So I'm not sure how they have a workaround for that. There's like a software that you install that allows you to change them over convert them from one software to another. But I found it very odd. I looked into it some more and I was like, oh, that's really weird. Why would you need that feature? You have a Kindle, just Wi-Fi transfer to your Kindle. Why do you need this feature? Why are you trying to use software from one company on a hardware from another? Made no sense. And everyone's losing their minds. Everyone's talking about, oh, get a Kobo, get something else, get a Nook, whatever. Something that isn't that because, how dare they not let me own my own software that I book, my own digital book that I buy. And I'm sitting here as a gamer thinking, first time? Because we haven't owned our software in years. Steam. I mean, yeah, you have it, but if ever the publisher pulls it, too bad. Oh well, you don't own that game no more. You can't play that. I don't care if you purchase it. Don't give two shits. It's not yours anymore. Oh well, have fun. Buy it somewhere else. With Xbox and PlayStation now, you don't own it. Ubisoft, get used to not owning your own games. You buy a physical copy of a game from Xbox and you don't get the full game. You have to digitally download everything else. There's one coming out that I saw a image of that said digital code inside. There's no game. You don't purchase a game anymore and and physicals anymore. I mean, yeah, I have PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, but you have to do an update day one. And I don't know if that means that you can't even play the game without the update. Back in the day, I mean, I have plethoras of games from all sorts of generations. You have the game. I mean, yeah, you're not getting the updates. And if you didn't have internet, you wouldn't get the updates that made some fixes and patches. But you still have the game. You can still play it. Modern times, though, you can't. And I know this channel is mostly about gaming related content, entertainment overall, and books kind of does bundle into that because it is entertainment. Um, but as a person who's in both that's both an avid reader and gamer, I'm looking at this like I've been used to this. This isn't nothing new to me. I've already lived this kind of bullshit for years. As a gamer, we've already dealt with this year in, year out. We don't own our stuff. We never have. And we don't have that guarantee. But what I feel is kind of funny is they're sitting here saying, like, oh, I can't transfer it over to another device. No, that that doesn't make sense to me. Why would you want to? And I finally, and I was talking to my mom about it, and I was like, that's kind of like saying, what do you mean I can't take my Xbox Series X game and put it on my PS5 and launch it? What's wrong? Why can't I do that? Why can't I take my Switch cartridge and shove it into my Wii U? Like, why don't it work? Why can't my PS Vita take a Switch cartridge? Well, that's bullshit. That's infuriating. That means I don't own my game. No, you can't take proprietary software, or in this case, cartridges or discs, but in Kindle cases, software, and put it on something else. It don't work like that. What do you mean I can't take an engine design for this make and model and put it into this vehicle? because it's not designed for it. I get that's kind of a stretch, and I don't know automotives that well enough to make that argument and to use that as an example, but you get my point. You're complaining about something that in any other space makes no sense. And because you've had the ability to download your books, your ebooks, you've thought like, oh, I've had ownership. They're formatted in AZ or AZW or whatever it was. I saw the format type, which works on only Kindle. So I don't, it's like they live in their own bubble and they don't understand like this is not an uncommon thing for most spaces. You can't take proprietary software and run it on some other hardware. That's just not how this works. So I feel as a gamer and as other people that watch this that are gamers will already grasp like, yeah, this is a normal thing. I don't understand why they would be complaining. I don't know either. But I wouldn't, I'm not going to make my argument in the Kindle subreddit because it's an echo chamber of people that are just like, this is wrong and this argument capitalism. I don't care, dude. We've already been doing this for years with video games. I mean, you buy a movie on Kindle, I mean, on Kindle, you buy a movie digitally on Amazon, you, they could remove that. You just don't have it. Thank God for physical media. Past these games that you can see here, there's another rack full of movies. And then you can see up here, I have VHSs. Physical media. That's why I like it. So, yes, I fully own these. But yeah, in digital spaces, no, you don't. You pay for a Spotify subscription. I do. I've had movie songs disappear, completely gone because of one reason or another, copyright issues or um, label rights or artist rights or whatever. Something happens. I don't know the music industry well enough. Um, and they're gone. That song is gone from your list. It is grayed out. You go onto your browser and you see it grayed out. You go to play it on your phone and it just skips it because it's gone. I love that song. I pay for my sub. Sure. You don't own that shit though. It comes and goes like a radio. It ain't there forever. And yeah, you pay a sub. Don't matter. You buy the book. Don't matter. You buy the game. It don't matter. Digital space is a whole other beast. You don't keep your stuff. It's just how it is. So this is just a little rant about the Kindle. That's all this really was. But to make a point that digital space is just kind of a weird area and we're still navigating it. And years and years in, I think Steam's been around since, I'll have to correct myself and put it up on screen. I think it was like, I don't know, somewhere around 2010. I don't know, 2008, 2010, 9, something like that. Somewhere around those years. So it's been around for a while. Still to this day, publisher can pull a game. Steam can pull a game. Some disputing developer could come up with a reason why the game needs to be pulled. You pay for it. It's gone. It's happened the day after or something, whatever that game was. That came out and it was hot garbage and then immediately got yoinked from the games. Thank God that a lot of people got refunded for that. But if it didn't, as far as you're aware, you just got gypped. Yeah, it happens. Hope y'all enjoyed a little rant here. If you're also a reader and you're experiencing this for yourself, yeah, it sucks. It is. It's not a fun concept, but you just learn to live with it because it's just how it is. You get a license. That's what it is. You own a license to it. So if you really want to own that book, go to abooks.com, look up the book, get it for cheap. Trust me, works every time. Find books on there last 10 years to 30 years ago, and you can pick them up for $3-4 a piece. Some places, especially out in Illinois, there's a really cool store called Second Sales. I can't remember what state they're in. I think they're Illinois or Iowa. They're also a physical location, but you can buy books from there for just a couple bucks, free shipping. Buy a batch of them, things that you really want. Boom, there's your library of fully owned books you don't have to worry about losing digitally. Yes, digital is more convenient, But if you're really going to complain about that and you think that there's that inconvenience doesn't matter to you, buy them physically. If you're really hard up about this issue and you want to keep and own your stuff, I highly recommend abebooks.com. I wish I was sponsored. I wish I would shill for them all day. I do it already as is. But yeah, there is an option for you. So hope you all enjoy and have a great day.